The pesticide paradox. Why safe chemical mixtures may increase cancer risk. For years, the debate over organic versus conventional produce has centered on a single question. Is the extra cost of organic food actually worth the reduction in chemical exposure? Regulatory agencies have often provided reassurance by citing safe levels of individual pesticides. However, a groundbreaking study published in Nature Health is fundamentally shifting this conversation, suggesting that our current safety standards may be overlooking a critical factor: the cumulative effect of chemical mixtures. The discovery, a hidden link in Peru. An international team of researchers conducted a high-resolution study in Peru, mapping 31 commonly used pesticides against comprehensive cancer registry data. The findings revealed a distinct spatial correlation. Areas with higher pesticide exposure showed a corresponding increase in cancer incidence. The most striking aspect of this research is a paradox. None of the 31 pesticides studied are individually classified as carcinogens. Under current international safety standards, each chemical is deemed non-carcinogenic when viewed in isolation. Yet, when these chemicals interact in real-world environments, their combined impact appears to significantly elevate cancer risks. Beyond DNA damage, the non-genotoxic pathway. To understand why these chemicals are dangerous, we must look at how they interact with the human body. Most people associate cancer with genotoxin substances like radiation or tobacco smoke that directly mutate DNA. However, this study suggests that pesticide mixtures may operate through a non-genotoxic pathway. Instead of breaking the DNA itself, these chemical cocktails appear to disrupt the internal GPS of our cells. How cell regulation fails. Disrupted signaling. Every cell relies on complex regulatory systems to maintain its identity and function. Cellular instability. Pesticide exposure may scramble these signals, making cells unstable. Priming for disease. Researchers observed these changes in normal bodily tissue, not just in existing tumors. This implies that exposure may prime healthy cells to become cancerous long before a tumor actually forms. Environmental equity and global context. While the study provides a vital warning, context is essential for understanding its immediate implications. The research was conducted in Peru, where agricultural intensity, socioeconomic factors, and regulatory frameworks differ significantly from those in the United States or Europe. The study highlighted a troubling trend regarding environmental equity. Cancer hotspots were concentrated in rural areas under intense agricultural pressure. Indigenous and peasant communities bore a disproportionate burden of exposure due to their proximity to sprayed fields. This raises a critical global question. How much of our cancer risk is determined by the chemicals we ingest, and how much is determined by our geographic and socioeconomic vulnerability? Navigating food choices. Practical steps. The goal of this research is not to discourage the consumption of fruits and vegetables. The nutritional benefits of produce far outweigh the risks of pesticide exposure. Instead, it encourages informed, incremental shifts to reduce cumulative risk. If you wish to limit your exposure, consider these evidence-based strategies. Strategic organic purchasing. You do not need to buy everything organic. Focus your budget on the dirty dozen, the specific fruits and vegetables known to carry the highest pesticide residues. Enhanced cleaning. A simple rinse may be insufficient. Soaking produce in water can help remove a higher percentage of surface residues. Dietary diversity. Avoid eating the same few types of produce repeatedly. Diversifying your diet prevents the repeated, concentrated exposure to any single chemical mixture. Support natural detoxification. Consuming fiber-rich foods and cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts, supports the liver and digestive systems in processing environmental toxins. Water filtration. Because pesticides can leach into water supplies, using a high-quality water filter can serve as an additional layer of protection. The bottom line: this study reveals that safe levels of individual chemicals do not account for the complex, synergistic effects of chemical mixtures. While you don't need to strive for impossible standards of clean eating, reducing cumulative exposure is a scientifically sound way to protect long-term health.